Hello, everybody. My name is Dean Gainey. I am the solo author. Yes, I am the author of Journey to the YNU, recently published on April 2nd, 2018. I'm so excited to be able to talk to you today a little bit about the power of potential. The power of potential being the first of 11 episodes that will be produced that are closely aligned with the 11 chapters in Journey to the YNU. Definitely excited that you are here. Thank you for watching. I do believe that life is a journey, and it is a journey full of experiences. And one of those is understanding just how much potential that you have. I was talking to one of my students in the classroom today. By the way, today is August 30th, and he was presenting a summer assignment that he had worked on. And one of the things that I noticed was his poise, his stage presence, his ability to go off script, his well-written essay that was about a book that he had read. And I was really, really blown away and kind of taken aback a little bit because he was completely comfortable talking in front of the class. And the fact that he was able to go off script was interesting to me. Clearly, it was representative of the fact that he had put a lot of hard work into writing his essay, and the fact that he was able to go off and sort of explain more than what he had written down, to me suggested that he is very, very comfortable in that kind of sort of environment, standing in front of the class and talking to large groups of people. And so I told him after his presentation was done, oh my gosh, you have a lot of potential. And it put a big smile on his face, and I was just really mesmerized by his ability to communicate the way that he was communicating, just as natural, like he was born to do it. And so it really made me think about the power of potential. And that's what I've chosen to call this first of 11 episodes in the series, because it aligns closely with your name not being known. Thinking about yourself as a child when you're learning and growing and developing. And sometimes, you're naturally gifted, you're naturally the person who everybody knows, but then there are those that maybe are not so popular, not so well known, and maybe there are times where nobody really knows who you are. They don't know the potential that you have. They don't know your hidden talents. They don't know who you really are on the inside. And it's one of the things I wanted to capture in chapter 1 of the book, because I believe that being able to understand your potential and being able to actualize or being able to realize your potential is a powerful thing. You really can do what you say. You can do what you desire, and it can't be based on, it can't be based on whether somebody knows your name or not. It's the actualization of and the realization of who you really are on the inside that sort of drives you to be and do. I give much of the credit for me being an educator today to my first grade teacher, who really was a big influence. She was a really big influence in my life, and so much so that I'm a teacher today. I feel like she really, really cared. She did. I don't know if I would be a teacher today had it not been for what she demonstrated when I was in first grade. My parents are excellent parents, but sometimes, that extra person kind of puts the icing on the cake for you, and I would definitely say that was her. I wouldn't say that she was the teacher that everybody knew. I wouldn't say that being in her class, I was the student that everybody knew, but her potential to influence me was captured. Her potential to be able to inspire and open my eyes to possibility, it was there. So much so that I talk about her today. I recall when I was in school going back to visit her every school year until I graduated high school, just to help her out in the classroom and do what I can to be of assistance, because I felt like the impact was so great that it was almost my duty to go back and help. Like I felt like it was my job, even while I was going through school. And here I am today, 13 years in the classroom, because of her, because of that icing on the cake, because of her realizing just how much potential she had to impact the lives of future generations, to be able to maybe even change futures of people that she may not have even realized she was changing. I mean, what would we do if we knew that we had the potential to affect the masses? How would our actions change if we understood that what we did had an impact on people long after our time here on this earth? And so just kind of reflecting back on chapter 1 of the book, one of the things I said here at the end that I thought was very, very powerful is that your beliefs and your actions, what you do and how you do it, are inextricably linked to who you are. So thinking about that, if they are linked, if what I do and how I do it is linked to who I am, then not everybody can do what I do the way I'm able to do it, because I'm individual. My experiences up until this point in my life have afforded me the opportunity to be an influence, to be an impact. And so if I don't take those opportunities to do that, then who might be missing out on my ability to impact or influence them? Whose life might not be changed if I don't take the opportunities to be me? One of the big quotes that is sort of captured in the book, it's behind me on the wall right there. It says, "You are the only you that will ever be. Your experiences, your story, your diversity. Everybody's on a journey. As an educator or whatever capacity you are working in, whatever discipline you are working in, life is a journey full of experiences. And those experiences help to identify, help us to find out why of the experience. It also helps us to identify our why, as in the why in you. And so being able to see through those experiences, whether they be good, whether they be bad, challenging, unchallenging, those experiences are so important. And without them, we would not be able to identify who we are. And being intentional about who we are based on our experiences. And so I'm excited because, again, this is the first of 11 episodes, and what greater way to start than the power of potential. Because yes, they may not ever know your name. You may not live to earn millions and millions of dollars. You may not be known by everybody in the world. But that does not diminish the power and value and the potential that you have to be an influence and an impact to other people. And so being intentional about taking on that ability to influence and impact is powerful, because you never know how far you will be able to reach. You never know how far your potential might allow you to reach. And isn't that exciting? Isn't it exciting to know that if you take the liberty to capture and act on that potential that you have inside of you, not only is it going to make you a better version of you, but it's also going to help somebody else to be a better version of them and urge them on to finding their why and understanding life a little bit better, being able to understand the power of themselves and how their actualization of themselves might help somebody else along the way. I'm really excited again that you've tuned in. I'm really excited that you have read the book. If you have not read it, definitely check it out. It is available on Amazon. It's available on Barnes & Noble. And get it in your hands. I challenge you to read it. I challenge you to reflect on it in whatever your various disciplines are that you work in. I challenge you to consider yourself and how you might be the very person that somebody else needs. You might be the very person that has the ability to speak life in somebody else because of you embodying you and you understanding you and you becoming a better you on the daily and you being the only you that will ever be. And so thank you so much for tuning in. Again, I'm so excited. Stay tuned for episode number 2. This was the power of potential. The power of potential because, hello, we have great potential, right? We have excellent potential, and if we actualize that potential, there's no telling how far we'll go. Episode 2, which will be coming up soon, is the power of your philosophy. The power of your philosophy. And so we know philosophy is a way in which we believe and think. So I can't wait to come back again and talk to you about that particular episode. It actually correlates nicely with chapter 2 in the book called Climb, Climbe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.